OET Masterclass Listening Part A. This is the topic today. Before we start, let's understand the format of listening. Listening is for 40 minutes. There are three parts called Part A, B, and C. Question types are fill-ups and multiple choice questions. The number of questions in Part A are 24, Part B is 6, and Part C is 12. Part A consultation scenario. The number of recordings are 2. Length of recording is around 4 to 5 minutes each. Number of questions are 12 per recording. That means 2 recordings will be shown. Question types is fill in the blank, and focus, we have to complete the notes by a healthcare professional during a consultation with the patient. The content is common healthcare situations like a patient's history or a nurse providing discharge information and instructions. So this is a consultation scenario called as Part A. The tips on Part A. You will be given 30 seconds of pre-listening time. Don't waste it. Look at the context, the headings, the keywords in the notes. Very important. Underline the keywords when you listen. Complete the gaps in the notes. Improve your vocabulary by looking at the transcripts and keeping a note of synonyms and paraphrases. Listen to a variety of authentic audios to improve your listening skills. Let's do the practice session now. In 30 seconds, we got to read everything. So let's read this. I'm going to take some more time, but in the real exam, don't take more than 30 seconds. The background information of a patient called as Ryan. Recent discomfort. Felt uneasy for the last week. Suffered from something for a couple of days. Feeling slightly dash. Severe during afternoons. 15th question is dash yesterday and today in the morning. That means a repeat pattern will be here. Appetite, not as dash, struggles to finish meals. 17th is experiencing fatigue along with the pain in some body parts and morning stiffness. 18th and 19th show us blanks in the starting of a sentence. 18th is dash is showing a yellowish tint. 19th is dash appears darker. So we don't know what exactly it's going to be, but we get the idea that this is about a patient who is not comfortable, who has been suffering for some time, and he has come to meet somebody at the hospital, and that person is asking the background information and taking down notes. That is your responsibility to do it. Now the personal details. Ryan is married. He's father of 2. His occupation will be mentioned here. Engaged in construction sites. Recent travel. He returned from some country or a place or a city about 10 days ago. His smoking habits are he consumes dash many cigarettes or cigars or whatever he's smoking per day. Alcohol usage is regularly drinks a couple of beers. The family history about the father. The father is retired, currently healthy. The mother suffers from something. On something. Siblings, has 3 sisters. So this is the family history. Now what we're going to do, we are going to understand how to handle this kind of a listening with marking the keywords. If we do not mark the keywords, we are going to be into trouble. So make it sure you mark the keywords, understand the context, and then start listening. I'm playing the audio here.
Well, can you tell me what's brought you here today?
Well, to be honest, I haven't been feeling well for the past week or so.
That's no good. What sort of symptoms have you had?
I have had a fever for a few days and I have been feeling a little bit nauseous. It comes on worse in the afternoons as well.
Okay. And with the nausea, has it sort of ended up with vomiting?
Yeah, I did vomit, actually. Both yesterday morning and this morning. That's one of the reasons I thought I'd better come and see you.
And are you taking anything for that? Things like Panadol?
No, I haven't. I've just been trying to tough it out.
Okay. And what about your eating habits? Have you noticed any change to your appetite?
Yeah, well, I don't seem to be as hungry. I haven't been able to complete my meals without feeling a bit sick.
Right. And what about any other aches or pains?
I am feeling a little bit tired and I've had pain in my joints. I've been a little bit stiff in the mornings.
Okay. Have you noticed any other sort of changes such as yellowish skin or in the whites of your eyes?
Well, I didn't, but my wife commented this morning that she thought my skin had turned a bit yellowish.
Right. What about the color of your urine? Any changes there?
Now you mention it. I do think it's become darker in color.
Okay, so now we've done this part. Let's go forward and complete this listening.
Color.
Now I would just like to get some background details before we go any further. Are you married?
Yes, I am. I've got 2 children. My son is 7 and daughter is 10.
Oh, lovely. And what about your employment? What sort of work do you do?
I'm an electrician by trade. I work on building sites, and the company I'm currently work for now has quite a few overseas projects, so I do go overseas quite a bit with my work.
Okay. And whereabouts have you worked recently?
Well, this year I've been to Dubai and I just came from there about 10 days ago.
I see, and just tell me a little more about your general health.
Pretty fine. I think I eat healthily. I haven't had any complaints.
And do you smoke at all?
Yes, I do smoke, but I'm trying to keep it under control. But I suppose I smoke about 10 cigarettes a day.
And what about alcohol?
I have a couple of beers most days. My wife and I are trying to be responsible and have a couple of alcohol-free days each week.
That's an excellent idea. That's very good. And now just to go on to your family history, what about your parents? Are they in good health?
Yes, they're both in quite good health. My father, he retired a couple of years ago, but he's fine. And my mother, she's well. She does have high blood pressure and she does take medication for that, I believe.
I see. And do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I've got 3 sisters, and they're all well.
Now, that is the end of part A, conversation 1. So we generally have 2 conversations here. 12 questions each, 1 and 2. Both are same, very simple. Keyword is the key to success. Keep that in mind. So now, let's check the answers. You have to pause the video here to check the answers properly. 13th is fever, 14th is nauseous, 15th is vomited, 16th is hungry, 17th is join, 18th is skin, 19th is urine. 20th is electrician, 21 is Dubai, 22 is 10, 23 is high blood pressure. You could also write hypertension. 24th is medication. This gets us to the end of our video. I think it was quite useful for you to watch this video. In case you don't understand it, I would suggest you to rewind, replay. Very important. Thank you so much. Watch this space for more such videos.